everyone. Today we are going to learn about Huffman coding under data structures. So what we will learn today, what is Huffman coding, what is the procedure of Huffman coding, and lastly we'll see one example on Huffman coding. So first we will see what is Huffman coding. It is a data encoding technique, means converting the data from the original form to some other form which is different from the original. That is called as data encoding technique. For example, suppose the data given is 10011101. So you can encode the data in some other format. So this is called as encoding of the original data. You are converting into smaller size some other format, so that is called as encoding of data encoding technique. It is a data compression technique. For example, now here there is a sender and there is a receiver. Sender is the one who sends the data and receiver is the one who receives the data. Now data to be sent is, suppose this is 10101110. Inside the computer everything gets converted to 1 and 0. Suppose you are using WhatsApp and you want to send the message hello how are you. Then that hello how are you gets converted to 1 and 0 inside your cell phone. Okay. So this data is to be transmitted to the receiver side. So using Huffman coding you can compress this data if you want to make it smaller in size. Now see this. These are almost 7 bits of data. Now the 7 bits of data is compressed and it is made up of 3 bits now using Huffman coding. So data size got reduced when it is being sent from sender to receiver, and when the receiver receives it you can decode the data to original form. So Huffman coding is one of the data compression mechanism. Then it is non-uniform coding technique. When you send the message is made up of alphabets. Hello has 4 letters, HELO. So every letter will be compressed in a non-uniform way. For example, so I want to send this message hello from sender to receiver. So this message will be converted to 0 and 1 inside the computer. So every letter will have ASCII code. H will have some ASCII code, E will have some ASCII code, and L also will have some ASCII code. So when you get their ASCII values, I'm just writing the random values. Now suppose these are the ASCII values. Now this ASCII code will be converted to its binary format. Now these are all decimal numbers, so will be converted to binary format like this. Okay, and when they are converted to binary form, the non-uniform coding is done. Meaning when the data is compressed or data is encoded, H might be representing 4 bits, E might be representing suppose 7 bits, L can represent only 2 bits, and O can represent 9 bits. So non-uniform coding. Every letter can represent different number of bits. It is not compulsory that all letters should represent 4 bits each. Not like that. Non-uniform coding. Then it is a greedy technique. There are 3 types of algorithms. So first is divide and conquer algorithms, where we divide the data and then combine and get the solution. Then we have greedy techniques, and last we have a dynamic programming. So divide and conquer examples are sorting and searching techniques like bubble sort and other sorting techniques. Searching is binary search, linear search. They all comes under divide and conquer. Similarly, Huffman coding is greedy technique. Why Huffman coding is greedy technique? Because it is a shortcut technique. It is trying to find out the solution by using the shortcut. It is not applying all the steps. So optimal solution is achieved in greedy technique. Optimal means best solution. And dynamic programming is also gives the best solution, but it is not a shortcut. You have to apply all the procedure, all the steps you need to follow, and then only you will get the answer. Like example of dynamic programming is longest common subsequence. So then it is also known as optimal prefix notation. So when no character in the Huffman code is the exact prefix of some other character in the Huffman code. So no ambiguity anywhere. No duplicate data will be there, and that's why Huffman coding is called as optimal prefix notation. Next is, it is an application of binary search tree, because we get the solution for Huffman code by drawing the binary search tree. Now what is the procedure for Huffman coding? Less bits are given for maximum frequency character. Suppose I want to send the message hello. So now in hello, maximum frequency character is L. Why? Because L is coming 2 times. So frequency of L is what? 2. Frequency of H is what? 1. Frequency of E is what? 1. And frequency of O is what? 1. So here maximum frequency character are given less bits. So for L, using Huffman coding, only one bit will be given, either 0 or 1. Just an example. So less bits are given for L using Huffman coding. Similarly, for less frequency character, more bits are given. So here H, E, O are less frequency character because they are occurring only once in the hello message. So for them, 2 bits will be given like this 0, 1. So less frequency characters are given more bits and high frequency characters are given less bits. Then two minimum are taken every time. So first minimum is put up on the left side of the binary search tree and second minimum is put up on the right side of the binary search tree. And left edge is labeled as 0 and the right edge is labeled as 1. So we'll see this with the example. Now time complexity of Huffman coding is n log n when you use min heap array. Now what is min heap array? So when you draw the binary search tree, Huffman coding solution you can find out using by drawing the binary search tree. And when you draw the binary search tree using min heap procedure, so what is the meaning of min heap? Smallest element will be there at the root. Okay. Then here the bigger elements will come. Now 12 is the root, so 12 children will be in bigger in size. Similarly 13 is smaller, so 13 children will be bigger in size. So this is called as min heap and data is stored in the form of array in the inside a computer. So computers uses data structures for storing the data. One of the data structure is array. Now in the array, suppose it is a min heap array, then data will be coming in the order. So first 11 will come, then next level elements are 12 and 13, left to right scanning. So first 12 will come, then 13 will come, then min heap array it is. So come to next level. In the next level there are 4 elements, 14, 15, 16, 17 from left to right. So if you are using min heap array, then it will take n log n time to solve Huffman coding algorithm. So Huffman coding time complexity is n log n using min heap array because at every level there are n passes. And what is the height of the binary search tree? Log n, because every time you divide by 2 you do. Okay, so log n. So overall time complexity or time taken by Huffman coding algorithm is n log n using min heap array. Using normal array, the time complexity of the Huffman coding algorithm is n square. So now we'll see one example on Huffman coding. A message is made up of characters A, E, I, O, U, S, T with frequencies 25, 5, 14, 10, 15, 7, 30 respectively. Meaning what? These are the frequencies of each character which is occurring in the message. In the message, only these characters are occurring which sender wants to send to receiver. Now, A's frequency is 25, meaning A is coming in the message 25 times. Similarly, E is coming 5 times, I is coming 14 times, O is coming 10 times, U is coming 15 times, S is occurring 7 times and T is occurring 30 times. So, how many times the letter or character is occurring in the message, that becomes the frequency of the message. Now we have to find average number of bits assigned to each character using Huffman coding. So how we are going to solve this? Now solution is first find the total size of the message. How many characters are there in total in the message? So add all the frequencies given. So total 106 characters are there in the message. So message size is 106. Now we have to solve this problem. So we'll draw the binary search tree since it is the application of binary search tree. So how to draw the binary search tree? The procedure is what? We have to take two minimum every time. And first minimum is always put up on the left side of the tree and second minimum is put up on the right side. So whichever character is having less frequency, that will be the minimum. So here 7 is less and 5 is less among all others from the given frequency. So 5 is the frequency of letter E. Similarly 7 is the frequency of letter S. So E and S will come first. And E will come on the left hand side because frequency of E is just 5 whereas frequency of S is 7 which is greater than 5. So here E will come and here S will come. The frequency of E is 5 and frequency of S is 7. So just add them. 7 and 5 is 12. So now search for the remaining minimum frequencies. So now 5 is gone and 7 is gone. Similarly, letter E is gone and S is also gone because their frequency are already considered. Now from the remaining find the minimum. Two minimum we have to find every time. So first minimum is 10 and second minimum is 14. And 10 belongs to O and 14 belongs to I. But here already 12 is there. Okay. So first we'll take only 10. 10 is the frequency of O. So write over here 10. And now again combine this 12 and 10. 12 and 10 is 22. So 10 is also taken. Similarly, letter O will go. Now 14 is remaining. 10 we have already taken. So now 14 is the frequency of letter I, and here 22 is there on top. So 14, 22, but we have a next smallest element as 15. We have to use the two minimum at a time. Two most minimum at a time. So 14 and 15 we can take it as the next two minimum instead of 14 with 22. So 14 will come on the left side and 15 will come on the right side. And 14 is the frequency of letter I and 15 is the frequency of letter U. So 14 and 15 are taken now. Similarly, letter I and U also will go, and you can combine them. Find out the total. 14 and 15 is 29 if you add them. So now again find out the next two minimum. Now next two frequencies remaining are 25 and 30, and here we have on top 22 and 29. So we can use this 22 because it is a list minimum, and next minimum we can take it as a 25, that is of letter A. You can combine them and you will get 47. So now 25 is also gone of letter A. So now here we have 47 and here we have 29. So we can take next smallest, that is 30. Now 30 is of letter T. So write over here 30. 29 and 30, add it. We will get 59. Now add 47 and 59. 106 you will get on top. So now next is we have to label left edge as 0 and we have to label right edge as 1. So we'll label it now. So every left edge we have to label it as a 0 and right edge as 1. Similarly here 0 will come, here 1 will come. Left hand side 0, right hand side 1. Here also for the root, left hand side 0, right hand side 1. Left hand side 0, right hand side 1. Left hand side 0, right hand side 1. Make sure for every subtree also, left hand side you have to check and put 0, right hand side you have to check and put 1. Okay. So now using Huffman coding, we can give the bits for each character. So we have a characters and we have to assign the bits using Huffman coding scheme. So characters are what? A, E, I, O, U, S and T. So for A, how many bits will be assigned? Check the binary search tree now. So to come to A, this path is taken from the root. So we have to reach to the node A. So for reaching to the node A, 2 bits we are getting. Okay, 0 and 1. So 0, 1 will be the bits assigned to character A. So here 0, 1 will come. Similarly, we have to find the bits for character E now. So where the letter E is there over here. You can see letter E is there over here. So to come to E from the root, see the path which is followed. And on that path, check the every H and its label. And we have to consider that each label. Okay, so first is this side only have to come because E is there over here. Okay, so first edge is this and it is having 0. So we have to consider that 0. Then next edge is this. So this edge is also having label 0. So we have to consider that also. Next edge is this and it is having 1 as the label. Last edge is this and it is having 0 as the label. 0, 0, 1, 0 are the bits assigned to letter E. Next, we have to assign bits to character I. So check for character I where character I is there over here. So we have to go to character I from the root. So first edge is this which is used from the root. So it has a label 1. Next edge is this which is used from the root and it has a label 0. And the last edge which is used to go to the ith node is this and it has a label 0. So 1, 0, 0 are the bits assigned to letter I. Now next is character O. So character O is there over here. This is the character O. So from the root, go to the O. So first will be this H and it is having 0 as the label. Then this is the next H. It is also having 0 as the label. And then this is the last H which is used to reach node O. And it is also having label 0. So there are 3 bits which are used 0, 0, 0 to reach character O. So character O is represented using these 3 bits 0, 0, 0. So now next is character U. So character U is there over here. So to reach character U, start from the root, come this side. It is having this edge is having 1 as the label. Then next edge is this which is having label 0, and the last stage is this. This is having label 1. So 101 bits are used to represent character U. Now next is character S. First check where character S is there. Over here. So to reach character S from the root, we have to count how many bits will be used. So first will be this H, which is having 0 as the label. Next stage will be this, which is having 0 again as the label. Next will be this H, which is having 1 as the label, and next will be this H, which is having again 1 as the label. So 0011 are the bits used for representing letter S. Next is character T. Character T is there over here. So check from the root to reach character T how many bits you need. So this will be the first H which is used to reach character T, and it is having label 1. Then again this H is used to reach to node T, and this H is also having label 1. So 1 are the bits used for representing character T. So now this is the Huffman code. Okay, or you can say the Huffman coding. A is occurring how many times? 25 times. So ASCII value of A is 97. And when you convert 97 into binary, this is the value will come 11000001. Okay, this is only when one A occurs, this will be the value inside the computer. This is the binary representation of A inside the computer. But A is coming how many times in the ARM message? 25. So these bits will be coming 25 times. So see how big data computer has to process. So using Huffman coding, we can actually convert the bits into smaller size. So now for A, only 01 is A is represented as only 01. So this many bits won't be used for A. Only 01 will be used. So 01 will be considered as A inside the machine. Similarly, 0010 will be considered as a E. Similarly, 100 is considered as a I in the message, because we have founded out the Huffman codes for each character by drawing the binary search tree. So now we have to find the average number of bits per character using Huffman coding technique. So how to find the average number of bits? Very simple. First we have to find the total bits required in the message. So calculate the total bits first. So total bits will be equal to what? A is coming 25 times. Frequency of A is 25. Into how many bits are used to represent A? To represent A, 2 bits are used. You can see over here we have got the Huffman code for A, that is 2 bits, 0 and 1. So 25 into 2. Similarly, how many bits are used to represent letter E? Frequency of E is 5. So first write 5 into number of bits are used to represent E, we have to write. For letter E, 4 bits are used to represent. So write over here 4. Similarly, check how many times letter I is coming. The frequency of letter I, that is frequency of the letter I is 14. Into check how many bits are used for representing letter I. So letter I is represented using 100, these 3 bits. So write over here 3 plus next letter is O, and O is occurring 10 times. So frequency of O in the message is 10. So first write 10 into check the number of bits which are used for representing letter O. So using Huffman coding, we got 000. These are the 3 bits which are used for representing letter O. So total 3 bits. So write over here 3 plus next letter is U. The frequency of letter U is 15. So 15 times letter U is coming in the message. Into check the number of bits which are used to represent letter U inside the machine. So we got the Huffman code for letter U as 101. So there are 3 bits which are used to represent letter U. So write over here 3 plus next letter is S. The frequency of letter S is 7. So 7 times letter S is coming inside the message. So 7 into find out the number of bits which are used to represent S inside the machine. So to represent S inside the machine, there are 4 bits used, 0011. So write over here 4 plus, now last letter which is remaining is T, and the frequency of letter T, that is it is occurring 30 times inside the message. So write over here 30 into how many bits are used to represent letter T? The Huffman code we got is 11. So 2 bits are used for representing letter T inside the machine. So here 2 will come. So now just solve this. 25 2s are 50 plus 5 4s are 20 plus 14 3s are 42 plus 10 3s are 30 plus 15 3s are 45 plus 7 4s are 28 plus 32s are 60. So when you add this, 275. So total bits which are used in the message are 275 using Huffman coding. Now this 275 bits will be transferred from sender to receiver. So now average number of bits we have to find per character from this message. 275 bits are in total. So per character how many bits are used? So per character total bits in the message are 275 and total characters in the message are 106. So these are bits and these are characters. So bits per character. So every character will be represented by how many bits inside this message. So that we have to find. So 2.594. So this many bits are used per character. So size of the data is reduced by using Huffman coding mechanism. So final answer is average number of bits per character is 2.594. Okay, so this is the final answer, and mostly this is only asked, that is to find average number of bits per character, and we got the answer as 2.59. So this was all about Huffman coding under data structure. Thank you.